We get experimental science. We're curious, non-judgmental.
We have some spooky science to talk about tonight. So there are, in fact, 2 ant species that go by a Dracula ant.
I don't say blah, blah, blah.
They don't say blah, blah, blah. Hey, they should say blah, blah, blah. But they don't. They don't say blah, blah, blah. They just say... Pew! The first one we've been focusing on most of the stream because I think they're the spookier ones. They feed their larvae. They then cut into their cuticle or their skin and drink their hemolymph or blood. The insect equivalent of blood they drink. So like into the cocoon of the animal as it's developing, they cut into it and drink their blood. It seems like they can't feed themselves in any other way. These structures are the feeding sites. These are the locations where the Dracula ants cut into and drink from. These little like mushroom-shaped nubs. So instead of actually eating from this carcass, the adults brought up the larvae. They had the larvae feed and feast on them, and then they cut into it and drank some of their blood. And again, it doesn't kill the babies, it just is how the adults eat. This is the other Dracula ant that's not at all doing that behavior. The best I could find was it was named the Dracula ant after its mandibles, which I'm like, It is the jaws of the Dracula ant is a different species, Mistrum camilla. It can go from 0 to 200 miles per hour in 15 microseconds. It's insane to me how fast this animal is able to move that jaw. And again, you'll see in the video, it's a spring-loaded mandible. Neat is this yellow and blue are the muscle tissue. So if you look in the head of these animals, most of the head is actually muscle tissue, and very small amount of it is brain tissue.
They release when the fast, striking mandible slides over the slower, loading mandible.
And they do have handedness in this, so how we have right-handed and left-handed, they do have right-mandibled and left-mandibled, and that seems to be specific to each ant. Same way how leafcutter ants cut with certain mandibles, like they'll cut with one side, they'll have a preference for that. I like the fact that, you know, we're doing a little bit of the spooky science, right, with the vampire ants. Science? Is there science here? Is there science potentially? Maybe, possibly, yes. There should be some science here. Let's do some science